Morning, good morning. I am on a mission this morning, and you all love it when I have a riff on something, so let's bring it in. Perfectly bad timing as far as having just posted something with a video already, but who cares? If something's alive, it's alive, isn't it? So I'm here this morning to talk to you about what is coming up for me and what I'm noticing in the collective, what I'm noticing in all of these amazing women that I'm working with, and just like life at the moment, in the world at the moment, this idea of the too much woman. And this is talked about a lot, but I think there's something new here. I think there's a deeper piece here. And to do this, to talk about the feminine feeling too much, too big, too needy, etc., etc., I'm sat in my new chair. Look at this beautiful chair that my lovely Jack has reupholstered recently. It's got some red bits and some pink bits, and this, we've called this our vulva chair. And I've noticed that, not noticed, but recently realised there is an awful lot of vulvas in our house. Pictures, paintings, beautiful pottery people have made. And this is part of what I want to talk about. So, the too much woman, that feeling of I need too much, I'm too big, I'm too loud, I've got to make myself smaller, more palatable. And this thing of, and where is this coming from and what does this mean? So, we are shifting eras. We're shifting eras from a patriarchal era. It didn't start off as patriarchy, as power over women. It started off with love. It started off as truth. It started off a few thousand years ago as a period of, okay, and now is a time for action. So this last era that we've coming out of, now we've come out of and stepped into the next era, but this last era was a period of phallic worship. It was a period of worship of the sun. It was a period of building, we've got church spires, we've got these tall columns. And this is active worship of the phallic. And what the masculine or the male body, what that does and shows up as in the world. And all of the symbolism of this. So I think I shared a little bit last time I did a live on the man that inherited this estate here, whose name was Richard Payne Knight. If this is like dinging bells for you, have a Google of Richard Payne Knight. And amongst a few other things, Richard Payne Knight was an expert on, and like the only person writing about and researching during his era, what we would now call tantric practice. He was researching sacred sexuality, and he called it sexual cults in indigenous communities. And he was bringing back in an era that was still in the era of the masculine. And he was bringing back to this land, to this country, knowledge of phallic worship and what he called the regenerative principle. So bringing together the masculine and the feminine, and that doesn't necessarily mean sexually, although he was writing about it as a sexual thing. What he's actually talking about, and what we're always talking about, is how opposites come together to create things, or to destroy. So endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. So Richard Payne Knight, amazing man. Some of his books are arriving today for me, so I might share some of those with you. I think I talked a bit about him when I talked about Priapus last time. So where was I going with this? Yes, so his era, his conversation, and he stands with me in spirit quite often on this land. Oh, he doesn't want me to talk about that. Okay, so he is here. He was here bringing out this phallic worship idea, and we have just shifted out of a period of time that was the truth, and we're shifted into an era of feminine. Okay, we will have grown up thinking, feeling, expecting the masculine, the action, the doing to be the primary thing. We will have been expected to go, okay, I'm going to school, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to retire, the end. we've got this linear way of thinking because that's what we've been brought up in. But actually, the era has shifted into a feminine era now. And we are right at the beginning of this new feminine era. Right at the beginning of a new feminine era means that we, let's say if we're in a female body or if we hold a lot of feminine energy, that means that we are here to refine, or maybe we've already found it, our feminine energy, the opposite of what Richard Payne Knight was doing and talking about with the phallic worship. We're now talking about vulva. We're now talking about all the things that the feminine represents. We're talking about the moon, how connected it is to the feminine, the cycles. We're talking about cyclical living. We're talking about love. We're talking about, and of course that's also a masculine thing too, but we're talking about more pleasure. We're talking about more art, more creativity. And one of the things, this is the thing that I'm like, oh my God, about this morning. One of the things about a feminine era, one of the things about the feminine, one of the things about a woman's body and showing up in the world is that it is here and it takes a lot. It gives a lot. It is a lot. To warm up a woman sexually takes a lot. It's not a quick thing. A masculine thing is like this quick, fast, boom, boom, boom. Here's the thing. To warm up a woman, it requires devotion. It requires time. It requires energy. And for us to feel turned on, whether that's sexually or whether that's by life, we require a lot. And when we are turned on by life, we will be a lot. We will take up so much space. People will look at us, especially because they are not used to it, because we're coming out of this masculine era. And they will look at us as, oh my goodness, it will be triggering because there's parts of them that want to take up this much space. It will be inspiring, but oh my God, I can't do that because of everything that I've learned in my life. And when women start to step into their power, start to step into their sovereignty, start to step into their truth, which is what patriarchy might label too much. When we start to step into the too muchness and actively claim it and actively enjoy it, everything happens. Because this is how creation happens. Think of a big belly. Think of big breasts that feed children. But it's a symbol of this that I'm talking about. The symbology of the feminine when she is in her fullness is full. It's a lot. And it's too much when we're squeezing it, when we're expecting it to fit into a patriarchal era. So what I'm inviting you to do is to notice where you feel triggered by too muchness, to notice where you feel inspired by, oh, that's a lot. To notice where you feel like, oh, I'm too much, I can't ask for this, I can't expect this in my life. Notice it. Send it lots of love and compassion. Bring lots of understanding in. Hopefully this will help with the understanding. And see if you can drop the parts that are holding you back in that. See if you can come and stand next to me. If you can come and stand next to those other women that you're like, wow, she's a lot, or wow, she takes up space, or whatever it is that you see in them. See if you can come and stand next to us, because this is what we want. We want you here, stood right next to us, in your power. That's what we want. We want to be stood here in a big circle of boldness, of truth. That's what we want. That's all that I want in the world. So thank you for being here on my riff on the feminine this morning. And I'm sure there's loads of other things I could say on it. But if you want to ask any questions, pop them in the things below and I'll come back to it on my page. And if you're feeling it, if you're really like you felt that in your body, come and join me. We start in September for the women's initiation work. Amazing.